Ubuntu 21.10 is the last non-LTS release before the next big LTS update. Codename Impish Indri, Ubuntu 21.10 will be supported for 9 months until July 2022. Unless you want to try the latest and greatest features, you should stick to Ubuntu 20.04 LTS and wait for Ubuntu 22.04 LTS. Now that you can download and install Ubuntu 21.10 on your systems, let me highlight a few things about this update. Ubuntu 21.10 brings version 5.13 of the Linux kernel, adding support for kernel electric fence KFENCE. KFENCE is a new runtime memory error detector for production environments, keeping overhead low while still detecting the most common memory errors. It's on by default, and Ubuntu 21.10 will randomize the memory location of the kernel stack at each system call entry on both AMD 64 and ARM 64 architectures. Ubuntu's desktop experience blends in with GNOME 40 without offering any confusing layouts. The dock remains and the horizontal activity overview works seamlessly with that. Of course, all the improvements in GNOME 40 like core app updates, workspace changes, and more carry over to Ubuntu 21.10 with a few tweaks from Canonical. Personally, I didn't like the workflow with GNOME 40, but you may want to take it up for a spin. Ubuntu's community-based design team made Yaru Light the default theme in Impish, citing effort issues in maintaining the current, mixed, versions. Those preferring a dark look can select it from the Appearance panel in the Settings app. This isn't the only Yaru theme change shipping in this release, but the rest are rather subtle, especially if you haven't used Ubuntu before. There are a handful of updated icons, and some fine-tuning to bring the theme in line with upstream Adwaita. The latest version of Pipewire is included to make screen-sharing apps, among others, more useful with Wayland. Pipewire is still not used as the default audio system, though. Ubuntu 21.10 ships PulseAudio 15 by default for that. Updated software includes LibreOffice 7.2, Thunderbird 91, and the latest version of the Firefox web browser. Of note, the Firefox Snap app is now the default on new installs. The regular repo version of Firefox is available in Impish and will be updated for the duration of the 21.10 cycle. Although GNOME 41 isn't present, a handful of GNOME 41 apps are, including Calendar app, which gains support for .x event imports and can be set as the default calendaring app. Characters, GNOME Disk Utility, Eye of GNOME aka Image Viewer, and GNOME System Monitor.